Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and if you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. So this is my Santa junk journal playlist, and I will make sure to put it on the end screen so you guys can get caught up. And yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys, I went ahead and added some lace here for the closure. So I just went ahead and glued it right here and there, just on the edges. So that's the cover. And did a little grunging. So that's the last video we did, is some grunge. And I think it turned out really fun. Sorry about the glare. I'm trying not to make it happen. But all the grunginess is beautiful. Okay, so what I did is I did this on a time lapse. And I'll make sure to post that in a second so you guys can check out how I did this. But this is just manila folders, just the little file folders, and it's avocado dyed. And I went ahead and cut them to size and took some scrap papers and ripped them and stapled them onto here. So then there's fun journaling spots throughout this little Santa junk journal here. So I just did some deli paper, that just painty deli paper that I had for scraps, and some tea-dyed paper, some grocery bag paper, some tissue paper that I RIT dyed. I just sprayed some RIT dye on it, some avocado paper, and some more grocery bag, and some more coffee dyed paper. So, yeah. So this is going to be a signature in the journal. Okay. So I will go ahead and put that on right now so you guys can get caught up and see how I did this. Okay, so you guys are all caught up. That's all put together. I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to put all this over here. Or all our little grungy goodness here. So that turned out so fun. Isn't that cool? Okay. And now what I want to do, this is going to be our inside covers of our journal. And what I'm wanting to do is take our coffee dyed paper that I did with you guys the other day. This is jazzing up your coffee dyed paper. And I'll make sure to put that on the end screen so you guys can come check it out. This is really fun to play with and to make. So what I want to do is line it up back here like this. Okay. I'm thinking I want to make it a little wider because I really love this coffee dyed paper. But we need a background, so let's see. Let's just go like this. All right, so this is all great. Keep all this. This is going to be fun to play with for sure. Okay, put that in our little goodie bin. Now, let's see. So what I want to do is I really love the crunchiness right there. Our little coffee granules. I'm trying to have it so you guys can see that. Is that cool? See how it shines? And this one's not sticky, but if you guys are noticing that it is sticky when you do the coffee granules and let them sit on there, just go ahead and take some baby powder and just kind of rub it on there, or some cornstarch. But I'm thinking because I took my heat gun to it and I heated it up and it kind of bubbled just a little bit. Just be careful, don't burn your paper. And I think it kind of baked it in there. So now it's not even sticky. So that's cool. But I want that to kind of peek through here. So we'll go like this. I think I'm going to go sew it. But if you guys aren't going to sew it, just go ahead, you know, and just do some glue and just glue it where you want it. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and just take it and do a stitch all the way around it and stitch it to it. So I'll be back. All right, so I went ahead and just did some sewing, just a straight stitch all the way around. And then we have some fun, just coffee dyed paper sticking out. I think that's fun. We can get the pencil mark probably off of it. There we go. Okay. So that's the back of it. All right. So now, this is going to be the inside of the journal. And you guys will see. So here, I'll show you real quick. So this is the cover, okay? That's our cover, front and back. This will go like this. Once the signatures are all sewn in here, it'll go like this and either get glued down in or sewn around, however you want to do it. But that'll peek through. You'll see the coffee dyed paper that's on the back here peek through Santa right there. See the little hole. Oop. Try not to glare here. So you'll see the coffee dyed paper peek through, which is really cool looking. So this is the very last thing we do is add the cover on top. Okay, so this is the inside cover. Okay, I just wanted to make sure to reiterate that one. So that's the inside cover. Now you're going to go through your signatures and see how you want to sew them in. Okay, so just see, you know, like how you want to arrange them and put them in. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's see. I want this one to be first. And depending how you want to have them, like I'm going to sew mine here and I'm going to sew them onto the fabric. So I just make sure when I line them up, they're on the fabric, and then I'm just going to do a sew through here, just a straight stitch, and you know, back stitch at the front and back stitch at the bottom, just to make sure it's secure. And then after it's stitched in, I will put these together and they'll be in here together like that. And then I can decide how I want to either glue them together and make pockets, or sew them. Either way you want to do it. Now, if you don't want to sew them together, okay, and you want to just sew them in here and have these a spread, you could decorate the other side too, like this. I could have decorated all this side, you know, just like I did this side. So then when you sew it in, it'll just be a page like that you flip through. But I'm going to sew them or glue them together and then have pockets in each signature. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So what I want to do is I will take it over to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew each signature in how I want them. And since I am making them pockets, I'm doing the wrong side up. Okay, so the next one will be sewn just like that. And then once it's stitched, I'll be able to have it in here and glue, you know, however I want. So I can make little pockets to add stuff. Okay, so that'll be the second signature. And then I'll do the same here. And you can stagger them if you want. You can go up a little bit. They don't all have to be lined up perfectly. Like, you know, I can go up a little higher with this one. Sew here. And that could be my other signature. And then same with this. I could do this and sew it here, and then have that glued around like that. Okay. So I'm just going to figure out what order I want to put them in at, and I'm going to sew them all down individually, and I will be back. All right, so I got it all sewn in here, and you can see I did maybe a 1/4 of an inch in between. Okay, and let's look at it this way. So they're not glued together yet, or sewn together, you know, like to make pockets. Okay, so like I said, you could leave them like this and, you know, decorate and add things and just have them like this without making them pockets. Okay, and I think this turned out really fun, which I could do with some of them too. So you never know. I mean, you can add some fun things here and put some, you know, coffee dyed paper there and do some pockets and maybe a side tuck there instead of putting it together and making it a pocket. So however you want to do it. And you can see how much I did in between. So I would say probably a 1/4 of an inch. Like that. So this is so much fun, you guys. All right. Okay, so this one I want to glue. And what I think I'm going to do, a fun tuck maybe a pocket here, and a pocket here, and then glue the rest of it. So I'm just going to go through and just see. This is the fun part where you can just kind of do it however you're wanting to put together and make pockets and all that. I'm just doing Fabrifix glue here. So let me think. I want to do that shut. I'm just going to shut this like that. You can tuck some stuff here if you want, some stuff down here, and some stuff up here. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now, is just going through, and then I just have a little wet wipe or, you know, a rag or something just to, in case you put glue in the wrong spot. And now this one, let's see. I think we need to have a little pocket up here and down here, so I might just glue this part shut. Okay, so just glue here. So yeah, I mean, this is the fun part where you just get to kind of see how you want it all put together. Think about what you want to put in it, how you want to decorate it, and add little things and little pockets and little flips and tucks and, you know, all that fun stuff. So that's that side, and then over here, I had it so this is open, so this could be a fun tuck right here. You know, like we could just take a little bit of glue, just do a glue down here. I need to glue that piece of paper better. Okay, so I'm just adding a bead of glue there. Then something can tuck right here. Just little hidden spots. Just makes it fun. And then this is just so much fun. I mean, you can have tons of journaling spots right here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and glue this, the 3 sides, and make it so it's a pocket up here. Like that. And then just make sure that these are lined up. There we go. And then that'll be a nice little pocket up top to add things in and out. And this one, I'm thinking I might just leave this one open just to show as an example would be fun. And maybe just add some coffee dye paper here. And maybe a little bit over here somehow. I'll piece it all together because this is just fun to play with. And keep it some journaling spots too, or do a little pocket to be able to tuck. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this part in a time lapse and keep this part open because that could be a fun little, you know, just a little open spot that we can just keep like that and add some pretty papers on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. I had it on a time lapse the whole time I was showing you how I put this together, but I will talk you through it real quick, and I'll make sure to put the time lapse in so you guys can see it, and I'll slow it down. But what I did is I went ahead and left this open without sewing it together and making a pocket or gluing it as a pocket. And I have a piece of just Jingle Bell ephemera from Tim Holtz Christmas here, and I just did some sewing, intersewing around and some sewing on top and made this into a pocket. I just glued it down and made it into a pocket. Okay, and then I went ahead and just did gluing on the outside back cover. I just added some Fabrifix glue around it, and then took the inside cover and glued it down on there and held it down and got it all lined up. I looked at the front and the back and made sure it was lined up to where I want it. And then I just put the paper clips on there just to hold it. Okay. Then I went over and I did not glue the spine. I didn't want any of it oozing out, so I didn't do any of the lace. I didn't glue anything in the middle. And I went over to the front and glued on the back of Santa. So I went ahead and just took the glue and went all around and made sure I didn't go through the hole or anything, and just glued there. Then I lined it up like this, how I wanted it, and then put the inside cover flat to where I wanted it, lined it up, looked at the front and made sure it was all straight, you know, and then added the clips here to dry. So that's pretty much what I did in the time lapse. And I apologize again. I didn't realize it was on a time lapse till after. So that's pretty much what I did. And if you guys have any questions down below, let me know. And I'll try to answer, you know, to the best of my ability what I did here. So that's pretty much what I did on that. And now I want to let it sit overnight and dry and get to where, you know, so it's good and solid and not moving anywhere. And then I'm going to make some fun things for the pockets and do all that. And my next video will be a flip through showing you guys what I did. And yeah, just checking it out and you guys can see it. And this will be in my Etsy shop. So I'll make sure to get the link down below and you guys can come check it out. But yeah, so I hope you guys found this informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell and you guys will see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share. And let's grow together. And keep on crafting.